Hey, Ted here from youlearnguitar.com. Today we're going to look back at a lesson on a Texas rhythm in the key of A. We did that in an earlier lesson, and we're going to add a little solo to it. But the fun part is we're going to keep with the rhythm as we play the solo. It's a very traditional style for Texas blues guitarists, and it's great if you're playing in a trio. You can play your lead, play your solo without ever losing your rhythm. So let's get a little closer here and get started. All right. So let me just play this thing for you first, and then we'll break it down. First, let me play a piece of that rhythm in case you didn't see that lesson. If you didn't see the lesson, I strongly encourage you to take a look at it. It's Texas rhythm in A, I think, something like that. Anyway, you'll find it under Blues Rhythm or at the website youlearnguitar.com. Okay, etc., etc. Hopefully you remember that. But anyway, so here's the solo. Okay, so I actually took that from a tune from Mike Morgan and the Crawl, a great Texas blues band, a tune called You Ain't Like You Used to Be. I've sung that song in a variety of blues bands. And really I'm taking pieces of his intro and his solo and his rhythm part and kind of put them together. And he definitely got that from a tune the Fabulous Thunderbirds did called Marked Deck on their first album. And so now I'm passing it on to you. So that's the beauty of music. It just keeps being passed along and just morphs into different things, and I love it. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We got this little double stop here. By the way, the tab is at the website, that's the letter U, learnguitar.com. It'll be under blues guitar, blues lead, Texas lead rhythm in A, I think is the name of it. Something like that. Okay, so we start off with these double stops. I'm at the 5th fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 1st string. Usually, more often than not, people will play those two notes here if they're in the key of A. It comes out of kind of a combination of this pattern and that pattern. It's where those two patterns meet. But anyway, we're not doing it there. Okay, we're doing it down here. So you do one, we're doing triplets, a lot of triplets in here. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a... So we're doing a lot of sliding into the first of the group of triplets. Just sliding from 1 fret below. And then we're sliding 5 on the 2nd string, 3 on the 1st, 5 on the 1st, and then from 3 to 1 on the 2nd string, and doing this little trill here. Then I'm doing a little reverse rake and getting back into the rhythm. So, doing that little chord punch like we do on in the rhythm on the earlier video. Be sure and check that out. Okay, and now we're going to move to the 4 chord, the D chord. So I'm doing this little chromatic thing. And I could walk right here, which would take me to the D chord very nicely. That would be the 3rd and the 5th of the D chord. But instead, actually, I guess I did kind of make up a fair amount of this because this isn't in what the Mike Morgan thing does. But I'm taking the notes at the 8th fret 1st string and the 7th fret 2nd string, playing quarter note triplets. Quarter note triplets are much easier to hear than they are to count. So I suggest you just kind of listen to them and try to match what you're hearing. If you listen, and this is totally obscure, I guess, but not obscure, but anyway, if you listen to the great song by the Bobby Fuller Four, "I Fought the Law," Bobby Fuller, that was members of the Buddy Holly band, and not so coincidentally, this always sounded very much like a Buddy Holly song. But anyway, there's a line that says, "robbing people with a 6-gun," and when they say 6-gun, robbing people with a 6-gun, you hear the snare going bop, 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 bop. Those are quarter note triplets, okay? So you've got 6 quarter notes in the space of 1 measure. Okay, so that was a roundabout way of telling you about quarter note triplets. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, and then we're right back into the rhythm. Okay, now we're coming to the E chord. I think on the tab it's notated like this. I'm doing a little trill here. Either way, as long as you get it to fit in that same space, that's all that really matters. Anyway, that line there is 2nd fret 4th string. We're playing over that E7 chord, so we're trilling between the G sharp and the G natural. Open E string, 3rd fret 2nd string. Then hitting the low E string, we're going to the D chord now. Hammer on 0 to 2. I'm going kind of fast. Had a lot of coffee. 3rd fret, 5th string. Now here's a cool little thing. Hammer on, pull off, 0, 1, 0 on the 4th string to 3 on the 5th string. Now here's what I like about it. You can play it real straight, the way it's written. Or you can kind of play around with the rhythm a little bit. You can play that first note and let it hang a little bit. Either way, again, you just want it to fit in that space. Another thing I'm doing there, which I'm not sure if I can do it slowly and make it sound like anything, but that's kind of it. But I'm doing another little reverse rake, but I'm muting the strings this time. Then I'm walking back into the A chord, back to the rhythm. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to play it real slow once, and then that's going to be it for this lesson. 3 and a 4 and a... rhythm's not right. Okay, back to this little thing here when I messed up the rhythm. That works too. There I'm just playing eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and verses 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so either one of those work. If you're having a hard time getting the feel for those quarter note triplets, just play all eighth notes. I'm sorry. Okay. One more thing I didn't mention is I'm giving these this really nasty little bend. You could play it just straight. Because that's the 3rd and the 7th of the D chord, which is nice, you know, the two most important notes as far as spelling out the D chord. If you have questions what I'm talking about, just ask. But anyway, so, and again, it's not a bend that can be really accurately notated, but it's just something that you listen to a lot of blues and you start to hear it, and it starts to kind of get into your fingers and brain and soul and guts and abdomen, pancreas. Okay, so I want to thank all the subscribers out there, and if you're not one, I encourage you to subscribe because I'm doing new lessons all the time. Continuing mostly on the blues trip, but we're going to get more into country at a later date, some bluegrassy stuff, some fingerstyle type stuff. But right now we're mostly sticking with the country, or the blues, sorry. There is some country lessons out there on the YouTube page and the website. So leave me a comment if you have any questions or a request for something. Just let me know, that'd be awesome. Alright, so this has been Ted Kirkendall with YouLearnGuitar.com, and it's been a pleasure showing you this this rhythm lead thing today in the key of A. Alright, thanks a lot, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.